This is yours.
Yes, I need
Good
to put it
heavens.
all together here.
You can have it.
Okay, welcome everybody to the meeting, and I'll open it up. We have minutes from January 21st.
Move to accept the minutes.
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have no road encroachments. We have a BARSA resolution, and that's the Bridge Road Safety and Accountability Program. It's the new gas tax. We have to pass a resolution every year and then apply for funds from the state. We've done it a couple years in a row now. So do I have a motion on that?
Is that number 15?
I would move.
2021-15.
I would move to accept that.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have a road surplus. Alan wants to sell some surplus equipment from the road department. And he'll put an ad in the paper next week now to take bids on it. It's 4 railroad flat cars, some miscellaneous timber, 2 truck snow plows, 5,000 gallon fuel tank, a loader mount snow blower, and a welder that needs repair, basically. So do I have a motion to declare that stuff surplus?
I'd move to.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. So that brings us to the road abandonment hearing. We were approached by Mark DeBrooker to abandon a county road that goes through a field of his. It's 26 north, 5 west, section between section 9 and 16. And it's on our map as 28th Road Northwest. It's before you get to Lloyd Stott's. If you're going up past Stottville and you go past where Stan had his pig barn,
Okay.
if you go a little farther north, it's a road that goes west for a mile through Mark's field.
And then just stops.
It goes through to the other field, but or to the road to the west that goes past Stan Stott's old place. But it's per statute, I had to go, and Paula went as the county surveyor in Allen. We went out and drove it, and we don't maintain it, and he needs to have a center pivot go where the road is, and I think there's no reason to not abandon it. So he presented us a petition, and I guess I have to open a hearing, so I'll declare the hearing open. Do we have any comment on the road?
Well, the petition had all the right signatures from all of the adjoining
Yes.
landowners,
Yeah.
and so I figure that's all legit.
Any further comment for the hearing? Okay, I'll close the hearing, and I'll ask for a motion to abandon this road through DeBrooker's.
I would so move.
I'd second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. That brings us to power, water, and sewer. I have to open a hearing for the power, water, and sewer,
Next week, I had,
starting
the
Wednesday,
24th.
the 24th.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is for the preliminary wetlands public notice. CDBG requires this prior to the regular environmental public notices and public process. So this will be done, published for 2 weeks. There's a 15-day period between then and the next publication for further environmental review. So this is to start the process so that then after that is all complete, they can start really engineering the details on the project.
Oh, okay.
So I need to open a hearing, and it'll run from February 24th to March 11th, March 10th. March 11th. Okay. I will do that.
And what was it called? What kind, public
It's
wet, wetland?
The preliminary, the early public notice for wetlands review, I believe is what it's called.
Feb 24 to March 11, Jen?
Yeah.
Yep. So I think we'll just postpone our regular meeting, would have been the 4th, but we'll just have the regular meeting on the 11th too. With the winter, our agendas are pretty thin anyway, so.
No complaints here.
And Melody, I sent you the public notice to you and Paula that has all the right
Okay.
details in, so it's all ready for you.
So that's all for the hearing, I guess, huh? We just need to open it.
Yes. And then the update on that is we're working on assessment bonds for rural development. Paul's helping out. It's being great because they have never done assessment bonds, and because everything out there isn't zoned specifically,
Right.
it has to be determined, and it has to be an official determination, not just a designation. So we're tracking
Who
down
does
the details on that.
determination?
Well, they can say, well, this is a wetland, but they actually have to go and have documentation for that piece of property saying this is a wetland and unbuildable. So the next step is
Oh,
a true conversation with DNRC and trying
but
to
who
find
actually makes that decision, whether it's buildable or whether or not it's a wetland or?
the district. So that's why we're trying to find exactly how it's done and which documentation is used. Because if you look at it and say there's a marshy spring spot in the corner of a lot, well, that may be unbuildable to everyone sitting here, but if you haul in 10 tons of dirt, you could actually build something on it.
Oh.
So it's truly, by definition, not unbuildable. So that's what we're trying to figure out.
And what was it that you and Paul are working on? What bonds?
Assessment. Rural development is requiring assessment bonds. Previously, they've always used SRF, State Revolving Fund, and just had revenue bonds. So rural development requires assessment.
Okay, so that's all for power, water, and sewer?
For the moment,
Okay, that brings us to commission reports. Mel, I had a request from Melissa, a task order, and it had only 2-day turnaround when she got it from the state, so she received it on the 3rd of February, and it was due the 5th of February, so I signed it on the 3rd of February. And it was a COVID vaccination funding task order for $3,896.
$3,896.
Yep,
For COVID vaccine expenses.
yep,
And the state is giving the health department that money.
yes,
Okay.
yep, to help cover vaccination costs. And then I had a request yesterday for a meeting with Matt Morris on February 23rd at 2 o'clock, and he specifically wanted all 3 commissioners here.
Feb 23rd.
Yep, February 23rd at 2 o'clock. So I figured I'd better let you know about it, because it's when somebody requests all 3 commissioners, that kind of triggers things.
Yeah. What is your agenda gonna be?
It's regarding the state lowered the weight limit on the bridge behind the Circle Inn on Airport Road. And it's affecting his business, so he's gonna try to get some sort of TSEP package to, it's a secondary road, it would qualify under a secondary road program. So the state, the DOT would replace it eventually, but he is trying to speed things up. He has a few ideas he'd like to share with us, so if you'd like to come on.
What's that bridge called? What do we call it?
Spring Creek Bridge on Airport Road.
So do you want this noticed as a work session, Joe?
I guess so.
Okay.
I just, it felt to me like when he requested all 3 commissioners be here, it
Yeah.
triggered
Yeah.
the,
So it'll be a work session on February 23rd at 2 p.m.
yep,
with the only agenda item consideration of
lowered weight limit on Spring Creek Road Bridge on Airport.
Yeah, possible fixes to the
Okay.
bridge, yeah.
We just installed the signs a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. The state requires them.
What did it go from what limit to what to now?
I don't know for sure, no, I can get that for you.
Yeah, that would be good, thanks,
This would
Alan.
likely affect anybody who was driving a truck
Exactly.
on that road,
Yep.
not just Matt.
Yeah, I'm sure
Just the-
Raymakers use that, and there's probably other people
Yeah,
too.
there's
Well, the
green
garbage,
trucks.
the garbage truck, the big,
I think they're fine, but it's, but I'll get you the weight limits. There was no signs there before that I know of. So these are new signs that the state, we just get a mandate from the state to say we have to put them up. They supply the signs and we put them up.
Yep.
So I will get that for you.
thanks.
And that's all I had. Do you guys have anything for commission reports?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, public comment. No public comment? Okay, our next meeting will be March 11th, not the 4th, which is put on the agenda. And I guess we're adjourned.
All right.